Hey traders, still Wednesday after the market closed, doing homework and looking back on the day. This happened in the chat room live in all chat rooms, including the one live session. So I do have static chat rooms where, well, now they're considered static because we have a live one where I share screens. And one of the stocks that came up today for trading was Amazon. This is today. This is a 5-minute chart to Amazon. I'm going to show you how, with a little bit of homework, you too can find levels that matter and will basically level up your trading. I say this, I'm like on a mission. First of all, I am not from Wall Street. I'm going to get a jackass somewhere in the video memo down there below in the comments that says, oh, this BS, a technical analysis doesn't work. And for that person, stop watching. Because it's all about technical analysis in this video, because Amazon's fundamentals are beyond reproach, and these are comments on the short-term basis. However, these technical analysis comments will apply perfectly to any time frame. This just happens to be 5 minutes. It could be 5 months. The comments will hold up true. The reason why they work, because it's the work of machines. Machines don't trade willy-nilly because of opinions. They trade based on actual data on the chart, period, end of story. They don't use anything else, nothing. So, for you to ignore that fact, you're okay to ignore that fact if you're a buy and hold for the super long term. So if you're that person, then it doesn't really matter to be very surgical, but the new investor has to be a trader also, even if it's midterm. So, for example, if you wanted to buy a stock you love, and if I told you could just wait 2 weeks and get it half price, would you not? Regardless of how long you want to hold it. All right, enough arguing for technical analysis. I'm just going to prove it to you how you can forecast better price action. So this is the actual chart for today. Today is 3:30 March. So I'm going to pull up. First of all, look, there are no tools. There's no MACD. There's no RSI. There's nothing. I use a few tools that are not here as secondaries. I don't need any tools to make those comments. And these comments were made live with 240 people, plus or minus 10, watching. And this was the snapshot of the pre and the post action. This was me taking a picture, sharing a chart, and saying, we are here, so somewhere right here. I said, watch out for this white path. Watch out for it. And I literally posted, Amazon is vulnerable. Not because Amazon sucks, because my look at the chart, I thought the rally back was trying to recover a neckline, kind of like when you drop somebody in the water, they try to surface to breathe, and they catch a breath, and then they sink back to float again. Well, if they sink back and they don't float again, they're going to lose that and sink a lot deeper. This was today forecast. Support, so you can stop out of longs. So if I was long, I would have gotten out for a short term or short trade opportunity. And I said there's support right here. I noted support right here. You can see it's a green line. And then I said buy the dip opportunity down here, right? And then this is what happened to Amazon. They came down and they fell through and they were saved by the bell. Where? At support. And the bell rang. So had there been more time, this theory of bobbing back above water would have been tested. All right, so check out how closely it traced my white line. Not because I'm a genius, because I watch this all day, and the machines do this all the time. You just have to pick them. And they fell below the trigger where I thought would be, and then they're trying to bob back above. They haven't beat this candle yet, so maybe tomorrow they pop above it and see how they handle this support line. So for tomorrow, this is where the help comes through. For tomorrow, regardless of whether you want to clap for me or not for doing this right for the gang in the room, I would urge you to look at this value right there, which happens to be 3309, like 3310, 3309. If you lose it, you may very well fill this and then look for buy the dip opportunities here. It depends on your speed of trading. Okay, so now we know that the they trace, they're going along, let me take this out, they're going along the proper lines that I thought were correct, and this would be a relevant place. 329, clearly 3300 is a round number, but more importantly 3270, that's the last bounce that brought this huge spike. So this is just 5 minutes. That doesn't mean like you go all in. In fact, the downside can be, now don't fall out of your chair, that, you know, I stopped here. It's actually here, technically. I usually change it based on Nick Vision. I look left and I decide, okay, it can get here, but more likely they're going to try to stop a little bit short. Okay, so that's just Amazon. Hopefully that helps. So tomorrow, look to see how far up they can challenge these failures. If they cannot retake 340, then you can assume that they are selling rips. So then you can assume that maybe, just maybe, through Friday, there's some sort of a trend. Not disastrous. These are 5-minute candles, so this is like a half a day or something, right? And then that's one. So look how far up they go. Can they beat 340, these ledges? Clearly, if they beat this one, then they've recovered well. They're back above water. They're not going to sink. But conversely, you should also look out for the lows from the late in the day today, because look left. Look. You think these are humans doing these? That's not a. If you don't believe in technical analysis, maybe this should just put in some doubt of, hey, maybe this stuff actually works. Look, let me see if I go left. Look, I put a resistance line that, when was that? The 23rd. I put a line here. Look at it. If I just extend it to the right, look how important that line has been. So I put a resistance line up here. On the way up, they failed from it. On the way up, they failed. And then they busted through it, tested it for footing, took off, testing it for footing. Bump, you fail here and you lose this one, you're going to 3240, maybe even 3210. You heard it right. This is a square rectangle where it could go. I would buy the dip down there, personally, for a trade, because that's pretty good support. So this is a full plan, backed up by levels that I went back a couple of days. This was a region that was important on the 22nd. Look at it. It's right here. So levels matter. Machines are predictable, and we should pay attention a little bit. Well, we can. You don't have to. I do. Hopefully this will convince you a little bit. If you want to comment on this, that's fine. Down below, I would love the back and forth, as long as we keep it civil. I haven't had a belligerent person in a long time. So hopefully it'll be good back and forth. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already. It's free. If you want to join the group, I'm not officially taking anyone. We have plenty of people. But if you want to reach out, maybe I can make an exception. We'll see. Signing out.